Okay, Mayal Hotep. So I guess what I want to say is that first things first, what you were gonna have to take into accountability is the fact that here we goes back in the day, contrary to what people say. All right, feel this. Here we go back in the day with a demonstration. Okay, I'm gonna just keep it 100. We all can see what that is. That's a wheel that obviously was drawn by some type of physicality for energy. But this way back in the day. All right, here we go again. Okay, with our civilization, structures, cities, and all of that, garments, hair, all type of artifacts of understanding of self greatness. All right, if you will, all involved. As you can see up here, the headgear that proves my incarnation. That you see my personification inside of this you just saw on my table, but this a bigger arrangement of it with the goddess of Saturn coming to the wall as a portal to get through, not coming there praying and chanting curses and hexes and all that stuff like that. Truly aware of the understanding of her being able to astral project through all of the materials of the universe that otherwise could be opposition to her physicality. That's what this was all symbolic to. The understanding of being that spiritual energy inside that is way more chock full of possibilities and mystical abilities outside of the body. Able to walk through this stuff, okay, with the highest possible vibratory rate active, and you have an excess of it and how to use it. That's just what this was demonstrating. All right, here we go. Right here, showing you the true ramifications of our history and the things that has been stolen from the world. As you can see, his crown chakra activated. They're out here right now with their spells, trying to do everything they can to knock people's chakras down. Okay, right here. It's the whole representation of that. Being at your highest peak as your availability with your sunlight frequency, being able to actually be God in flesh. Okay, they wanted that not to be on this earth. If that was on this earth, they'd knock their money in their religious systems and all that bullshit that we all encompass in that's got this whole world destroyed. If everybody was vibrating at the highest understanding of who they are, none of that stuff would be flying. So they gotta destroy people such as myself that come out here and try to show you that you've been misguided. Okay, this is us way back in the day. See her putting sustainment in his mouth, showing that the female has always been the source of sustainment, and us being aware of that, and always making sure we revered that fact and kept it under the understanding that, you know, if we take care of our women would never have to be prostitutes. Okay, we always knew that. We just always knew that. We took care of them because we knew they birthed us and all the other good things they did for us. So we always revered them, and that's the reason you can see this picture that's clearly depicting her giving nourishment and sustainment to her man, as well as giving him his existence from pushing him through her system of materialism. She made him in her belly. In her baby making system of her universal greatness, he was able to have existence. We always knew that. We always knew it. Someone destroyed all this teaching all over the world, and we ended up with big ass controversial discussions about whether or not women gonna have the privilege to kill their babies. And back in these days, we never would have had those damn concerns because these women were so wise. If they didn't want to get pregnant, they would not have gotten pregnant. And as far as men raping them and forcing themselves on them and all that, well, that really didn't start happening until, you know, the barbarians came around. Because we were highly vibrative people, and we knew not to do stuff like that. We just knew not to do stuff like that. We were the people that were so wise that God gave us this system of mummification and taught us how to craft gold and everything like that, and how to build all this great artwork that you see all in the museums of Europe today. They went into all our lands and just stole all this shit from us. You can see the God of Sar, the crook, and the flail, the good shepherd that they gave to Jesus Christ now. See? Our black civilization, because that's a cobra up there. Meaning from your backbone up, when your chakra is standing outside of your head, you are excited, just like a cobra snake stands up when it gets excited or agitated. Your energy and your vibratory rate is that high now as to where that cobra is standing up, agitated. Then you agitate other people with those low-ass frequencies, those ass vibrations, and they walk around on ego, and they got all that money and all of this shit where they got their camera exposure and every damn thing like that, and you ain't got none of that stuff, but you got everybody wanting to see what you got to do and what you got to say without their help, and everybody watch them try to destroy you and watch you still overcome all that with all that, everything they have working in their advantage. You made them look really stupid. They can't stand that. They hate that so much as to where they hated that type of stuff way back in the day about us, and that's the reason they came in all these temples and just fucked them all up. And then if you look at this right here, with these wings, like I just showed you with the wings of Ma'at and everything being on this, you see these things all in their Vatican and everywhere around them now, where they rocking these wings on all of this stuff now. Jesus got this crook. He ain't got the flail because he don't want to beat off no damn adversity. But he got the crook to put it around everyone's neck and enslave them. And you want to be upset with me saying that to you, but that's what they did. They plagiarized all this stuff from us black people. Here, we had mummified bodies and they be around forever. They came and dug them all up. Stole all of these gold sarcophaguses. They stole them all. Stole them all. Okay? See, look, the wings of Ma'at, see? See what I was saying? See that woman right there with her wings? The wings of Ma'at. See this eye right here that they said was so damn evil? The only reason why it was evil is because it came with us black people. They came in all our temples and destroyed them all. When the Lord, that God, brings them onto the land with it all, go to the, you know. See? Break down their groves, utterly destroy them. That's just what they did. All these temples got destroyed and ruined. And the world went to shit because we was teaching divine principles of how to behave and stay in sunlight synchronization. Okay, and then they come out here and telling you about all of that shit that came out later with who they wanted to be, the people that was in Egypt, and people like me, and other people that's seriously, go back, way back. They try to hide that because you'll find out that they stole that Jesus from all of us and painted him white. See, here it goes right here, look, sitting up there. See, that white now because of how old it is. See, they've turned white. But you can obviously see there was a group of these black people with those hats on, just like what I have on. See it? See? Just like what they had to have on. And they were sitting in the council, and you could see the lady there with them. You could see the braids in her hair. See? They were all black. And this goes back so far as to where we had all type of stuff going on that told about God and how the universe worked. Those white people came in there with other black people and destroyed all the stuff. Destroyed it all so they could take over the world and make everybody be what we all are today. Okay? See, this is all of our temples that we had that got destroyed by the barbaric Europeans. See, it's upside down, but you can see this is sarcophagus. The same type of sarcophagus they came up with the story about Jesus Christ being in the grave for 3 days. It was our story. And what it told about was the man, the sun god on earth, meaning me and other people like me, who actually reenacted the whole circumstance of the sun during what the Jews call Yuletide, what we call the Christmas season from December the 21st to December the 24th. When the sun goes to his father's peak, okay, it goes so far away from the earth because of the tilt on the axis that time of the year. And because for 3 days there is an equinox, 12 hours of sunlight and 12 hours of night. Those 3 days are the 3 days that the sun seemed to have died. The death symbolic to the death of the sun, not no real man. It was a fairy tale. It was not even a fairy tale. It was a description. It was a way we explained to everyone that was back in our day how the sun actually had a birth, but not a birth, not a death, but not a death, as well as a birth And I'll show that to you later on as we keep going. I'll show you what I'm talking about. But it was a demonstration that showed that every year around December the 21st to December the 24th, for 3 days, the sun loses its ability, about 1/3 of its ability to shine in the sky, other than any other days of the year. That's what it's all about. So it's kind of like the death of the sun. But then after those days, December the 25th come in, which is the birth of the new sun, my birthday, and then it rises back to its full zenith, and then it broadcasts its light over the full spectrum of the earth like it is common to be doing. That's what all that boiled down to. It was never anything other than the symbolism of the death of the sun. That was not actually the death of the sun, but just a description of how the sun acts between December the 21st until December the 25th. That's all it was. And we were so deep about sunlight understanding that we put it all in stone. They came in, studied with us, learned this shit from us, stole everything, murdered us all, and then gave this occurrence, a white man occurrence, but they can't tell you what I just told you. They also used it in the same story about Jonah in the whale for 3 days. 3 days of darkness, all that woo-woo-woo, same stuff again. Okay? Same stuff again. Sunlight. Okay, and there's so many different ways they tell that story about darkness for 3 days. One of them is Saul. Remember Saul? When he was going into Nineveh, what happened to him? For 3 days, he went blind. He couldn't see anything for 3 days. Same thing. Story of sunlight. Okay. So here we are in stone as black people. So when they come out here and tell you all that bullshit about we never contributed anything and this and that and woo, you gotta say, but wait a minute, there is too much evidence on earth to go along with the fact that they were punished by God and this and that. As a matter of fact, they have civilizations older than our white civilizations, which means that all the information that we are utilizing on earth, we got it from them. That's what that would mean. So we just got to stop trying to look at them as being something other than the geniuses that we all know they are. And we know they'd be doing so much better if it wasn't for us encompassing them with all of our bullshit. And we all know that. Okay, these is our civilizations. They go way back. I can prove it to you because there's those wings right there of my eye. Okay?